All right, Michelle's got some good questions here. Her first one is, at what high of a level do you be concerned in mycotoxin testing? So if anything's showing outside of range, it's a problem. There's a handful of people on the internet that will say, oh, don't worry about high mycotoxins. That's just normal from food. Everybody has them high. Okay, they have no idea what they're talking about. We ignore those people. Okay, that's not true. They don't know what they're doing. Yes, if anything's out of range, it's a problem. And then we figure out why it's out of range. Do you have current exposure? Or is your mold protocol just not working well? What is it? Let's get it back down. Everybody has a certain level due to food, but mostly due to buildings we're breathing in. Our schools, the daycares, our homes, our cars, our gyms, churches. All these places have mold. I mean, you could get your mycotoxins into the high range of a couple mycotoxins from food if you're eating 5 to 10 pounds of moldy grain per day. Okay? If you've got some green, chunky, moldy grain you're eating 10 pounds a day, you could bump that up. Nobody does. Okay? Nobody does. So everything should be in range. If anything's outside of range, let's figure it out why and get that back down. Can mold toxicity cause mold rage? And does it only happen while in or around mold? Yes, mold can cause rage just like Lyme can. That's why it's called Lyme rage. It absolutely can. And does it happen only while in or around mold? It can be worse when higher exposure. But why? Because it's increasing inflammation. As you increase inflammation in the brain, you can then have more symptoms, and rage can be one. Okay? So it's possible to have an increase in that symptom when not in mold directly due to any other cause that's causing a spike in inflammation. So say your child just had a whole whack of sugar, okay, and that's raising inflammation in their body, and then maybe they fell off their bike and hurt their knee. Now we have more inflammation. It doesn't have to be inflammation just from mold. It can just be general inflammation in the body that creates more inflammation at the problem spot, which then has that symptom show. Okay, but it's going to be most common in mold, but possible outside of that. And number 3 was, are air quality tests valuable because we had high mold values with that test? If your air quality test was just in the middle of your room, like your average mold inspector that doesn't know anything about mold or how to test for it, and they're just like testing in the middle of your living room to see if your house has mold, if that's high, you're in a really bad area, because 9 times out of 10, it comes back fine, even in a moldy house. But if your air test was doing during a cavity test, for example, behind your kitchen cabinets or bathroom cabinet, they drill a little hole, put the air test in there, put the wand in the wall and sucked in it super high. That's the right time to be using air quality testing, because it's measuring all the spores to see if there's tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of spores in a wall. So I expect it to be high if they find a source. But if you had air quality testing done in your home, just in the general, like in the middle of the basement or the main floor or upstairs, and it was high, you've got a real problem. So you definitely want to dig into that. So anyway, I hope that helps, Michelle. I tried to bang out 3 answers to your 3 questions. And if you have any questions, just post with this video.
Do you have questions about mold in your home or body? Book a consultation with Matt, aka the Mold Man, to guide your home and body to the next level of healing.